Hi everyone, this is Cindy Soto, your certified health educator from the Hippocrates Health Institute and the author of the guide, How to Get the Most Out of the Program. I'm joined here by my husband Pedro, who is one of the health educator instructors for the Institute. Today we're interviewing Dr. Brian Clement, the world's leading expert in raw food nutrition. As director of Hippocrates Health Institute for over 35 years, he has gained his vast knowledge from experience. Before we go to Dr. Clement, I want you to be aware of a great opportunity for you or a loved one to do the 3-week Life Change program with us as part of a group. In addition to saving hundreds of dollars, you get some other great benefits. For more details, please visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. We have groups scheduled for the rest of this year. For the exact dates, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. Now let's get to the questions with Dr. Brian.
Pauline asked the following. Brian, I have difficulty digesting the supplements from LifeGive. Do you have another suggestion? I've tried spraying them on my food, taking them at different times, etc.
When somebody has a digestion problem, it's basically a resolution of the digestion problem that will allow her to take any form of whole foods. As you may know, that all of our supplements are food-based. So That's the first thing we have to deal with. It's probably a low enzyme count and hydrochloric acid count in this case. And we also have to make sure that we can do sensible things, although we don't want to do this long-term because it kills a little bit of the effect. But you could take the supplements and crush them or take them out of the vegetable capsules and add them into a little bit of water or juice in a jar and shake them up vigorously and then take them down that way. And if you put a few enzymes, maybe 3 or 4 enzymes, the contents of that in there, you'll probably have a much different experience than you've had so far.
Okay, well thank you for that. Pauline also asked that she says she's taking liquid magnesium from Eniva, but it burns her stomach when it goes down. Is there anything else that she could be taking instead?
Well, you know, the only forms of minerals that are really effective are the liquid forms. Now, magnesium is a fairly mild type of magnesium. Now, there is something we use. It's ocean-extracted magnesium. That's a spray. And you put it literally below your heart, 1 or 2 sprays, on the creases in front of your elbows, on the creases, of course, of the legs, behind the knees, and to the right and left side of the pubic hairs. And you spray this in the morning when you awake at some point, and at night before you go to bed. But my concern for you is that we better get to the base of why we're having a burning from such a mellow, such a soft mineral as magnesium. If it were, as an example, another form, potassium, I'd understand better. So possibly you're going to need the use of raw aloe for a period of time, certainly the use of fenugreek sprouts, eating them, and as well as the juice of that has a mucilaginous, a gel-like substance on it that has medicine in it. And we're going to have to rebuild and get that whole digestive system and elimination canal working again.
Okay. Thank you.
Brian, Jill Swires, who is in Portugal with a few of her clients, is online and made sure we wanted to ask this. Could you please explain why the Hippocrates program would be so beneficial for reversing celiac disease?
Well, number one, what happens at Hippocrates is we have the great advantage of locking you up here for several weeks. And when you're out in the world that is just riddled with wheat products and gluten products, it's very difficult for people to get out on their own and start this. Plus, you're seduced and tempted by everyone you know. Let's go out and eat. Let's go to this party. Somebody comes over. What do they bring you, cookies or bread? And so estranging yourself from that abnormal situation, which we call normality, is very healthy. Number two, the way the program biochemically works is that it induces a level of balance within the immune system cells that allow the body to start to not react to the histamine activity that we call celiac or gluten allergy. Now, this only happens from taking particular forms of foods and juices in a rhythm along with the therapies that we offer here. The electromagnetic therapy, as an example, gets a spleen activity which produces a lot of the healthy immunological cells within the body to start to regulate again. And all of that combination has been able to take somebody who's trying to remove gluten allergies, celiac disease, where it would take months and months to do it. In most cases, you can do that within the short period of time that you're here at Hippocrates. Plus, the education you get is invaluable, because when you're armed with knowledge, then when you go back, you won't be seduced as easily.
Okay, well, thank you. I have a question from Milan in the Czech Republic, or maybe it's Milan, but says, what's your experience with the treatment for Borrelia in the nervous system? Do you have any recommendations?
Yes, whenever you're dealing with Borrelia or other types of infectious problems like this, you've got to understand that it attacks neurons. Now, let's explain neurons to you. They all pretty much stem out of the brain. You have 100 billion in the brain, and then they come down the nervous system. And that's how you feel, touch, all that you have as senses have to do with neurons in the nervous system. When this Borrelia starts to attack and kill off the neurons, first in the nervous system, then brain, going through the blood-brain barrier, which is pretty commonly understood, we start to have dysfunction in brain as well as sensitivity and nervous system. Now, what we need to do is we need to do specific targeted nutrient supplementation and particular targeted electromagnetic treatments on this. The gemstone therapy is terrific because what it does is it gets right into the neurological system, and it does it on a frequency level. The undermed units that we use here at Hippocrates that pretty much work totally and extremely well on neurological dysfunction has the ability with particular frequencies that, in a way, I could speak a little bit about Rife-type technologies. Those electron frequencies can burst and literally back off and greatly destroy this. And if you minimize this disorder, then what happens is through the lifestyle and employing the lifestyle, you build the body's immune to such a level that you no longer need all of these slick treatments. You just need the lifestyle to maintain it. And this should also, for everyone listening, even if you're well, get you into a position where you'll prevent these type of problems.
Hi, this is Cindy one last time to remind you of a great opportunity for you or a loved one to do the 3-week Life Change program with us as part of a group. In addition to saving hundreds of dollars, you get some other great benefits. For more details, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. We have groups scheduled for the rest of this year. For the exact dates, visit www.hippocratesgroupsavings.com. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to talk to you soon.